Hi guys, this is Cora's Den with Team Dorkenshire. Just want to do a quick orientation and a overview of Team Dorkenshire, and just give you some basic rundown of who we are, um, what we've done, and if you're still interested in us at the end of this video, then by all means go ahead and join. If you've already joined, then welcome, and you'd be considered a recruit. And once you've watched this video and gone through orientation and checked out our rulebook, if you agree to everything, just let an admin know, and then we'll start you on your trials. So this is actually our very first world. We started in December of 2014, and between December 2014 and March 2015, this is where we called home. This actually ran off of my personal gamer tag, Cora's Den. And we no longer work in this world because it's broken. All of our worlds are actually in survival, but I brought this in creative just to fly around quicker. So this is our main headquarters and base of operations. We have food right there. We have our tree farm over there. This is our barn where we keep our livestock and our horses, and this is our headquarters here. All these houses you see around here, we started this server off with giving everybody their own piece of property, and they can do whatever they wanted to do in this world. And unfortunately, that's what ended up causing a lot of the lag. Let's see if I can fly over here without getting too much underwater tunnel to a mob grinder. We created this mob grinder 0% redstone. It works off of just darkness and trapdoors. And the mobs are off, but I'll just give you an idea of what it's supposed to do. All the mobs fall through the trapdoors that you see kind of up there. And they hit the water, and then they go down into this chute, falling on top of this chest, and then dropping all their loot there. So yeah, this is pretty much our world. It's our first world. We made a lot of mistakes in this world, and some that we don't even know what we did. We really don't know what we did to cause the frame rate lag in our world. Here's another thing. We actually have an iron golem farm. The villagers spawn the iron golems. They fall into a pit of lava and do all their iron drops. And then here in the middle, we had a visitor village where we had visitors. They'd come into the server and we would have them build a house or a tree house or something like that. And, just a little interactive. But this was probably, like I was saying, probably about 3 months worth of building. This right here was going to be my castle, but I never got to it because I was always helping people with their other builds. There was no theme. There was no direction. Like you see over here, like this is like the modern corner. Like the people who love to build modern ended up building over here. That's pretty much it. It's a basic server, a basic first server, and we learned a lot from this. So next is Creeper Cove. This is about 8 to 9 months of build here. We after March of 2015, where the server pretty much went to crap, we started this world. This world is also on my personal gamer tag, Cora's Den, and not on the server that everybody knows as Dorkenshire. So this is our best build so far. And we're actually, our new world that I'm going to show you next, this is, where we kind of want to get to. We started a lot of projects on this world. This world still didn't have a theme. We didn't have any sort of direction, but we were building a lot better. So this is actually called Creeper Cove. Let me go into point of view here. Woo. We have, the basic creeper statues. A really nice entryway gate. Still wasn't 100% done. And here we are with a lagoon, and basically everybody who helped in this world would build a home on the inside of the lagoon. And that's what you see here surrounding this entire lagoon. There's also some homes up here, one of them being mine. And one person's there. This one is my condo. Never got to furnish it. Too busy with the world. So we also did, we were going to do a tree of life. We never got around to it. We built it with netherrack, and we were going to cover it in wood. And like I said, everything, everything we do is in survival, so it takes a lot of resources to do something like this. Our pride and joy in this world is not only our builds, but our network and our auto sorter. I'll go ahead and show you over here. This is the way everything works in this world. We have in Dorkenshire, we have no matter what server, we always have teams. We have a mining team, a lumberjack team, a blacksmith team, and so on and so forth. And you can read more about them in our Google Docs when you become a member of our world. Each team has a base, and right now we're in the miner's base. Okay, so in the mines, imagine working in the mines and having a system to where you can finish building anywhere. Come over here. Let's go ahead and drop. I actually don't have anything to drop. But you drop something in that chest, and not only does it go upstairs, but also gets to the sorting area and then gets auto sorted. I'll show you how that works. So it comes up here in this redstone, and like I was saying, every team has a sorting station and a cart that's coming and picking up and taking from. So if somebody from the sorting station is talking to you and you're down in the mines, and that person says, "Hey, do you need anything?" and you're a miner and you're like, "Hey, you can send more pickaxes from one side of the map to the other side of the map." It'll take a few minutes, but you can actually send a tool or a weapon or a stack of whatever, and it'll get to you wherever your team is. So this is that whole system. So I'll show you more of these trains in a little bit. Our main base of operation is here. We actually built and we didn't use TNT. We actually dug this entire thing out. So this is what we call the Great Hall. And this is pretty much like our headquarters and our base of operation. If a team like the miners, they have their own offices where I was just showing you, away from headquarters. If your team is a smaller team, like let's just say blacksmiths, we had the blacksmiths set up here in the Great Hall. So you actually have the option of getting any tool or armor that you need from this kind of setup. And the blacksmiths would just come in each day, and before they go and play and do anything, they would make sure all the boxes are full of tools for you. Right next to any armory should be the enchantment table. And then above the enchantment table is our bazaar. We set up a flea market, stole a whole bunch of villagers from the world, and we have the villagers on little train tracks, and they don't go anywhere. They don't glitch into the wall. They don't die. And this is how we have them set up, and you can do all your inventory here, or no, all your trading here, excuse me. Another building you might have seen from the lagoon was the laboratory, or the wizard tower, and this is the lab team. And all they do, and all they're responsible for, is creating potions. Here's our kitchen. This is actually part of our sorting team. And for every item, we actually have a sort stack with the hoppers and the chests. So there's probably about maybe 20 chests for each item all the way around. And then these are where the potions go. People from the labs actually come down and put the potions there. This is one of our greatest achievements here on this server. Just like anywhere before, I was saying, you can open up an item, you can throw an item in here, and it gets thrown up into the server. This is our sorting station here. This is our mall. So you can come in, and if you want any kind of item, you can. Oh, probably out of those, yeah. So, I mean, we're going to be out of a lot of items, but if you want an item, there's chests behind here holding these items. And each item is displayed by whatever you're seeing in front of you. And this is actually all pre-TU31, so we don't have any like dark oak or anything like that yet. But there are 300 items, 150 on that hallway, and 150 on this hallway. So you might have been saying, why don't you have item frames? Well, we do. For the building materials, we just use those. And for the item frames, we use these. What blows my mind is this world doesn't have as much frame lag as the other world that had nothing like this. So this is the sorting team. If you're not a blacksmith and a farmer or a tree farmer, you might be OCD and like to sort. This is their base of operations. All the trains from all the different teams come in and out of here. They drop all their goods, and then we have 3 more trains right here. They drop all their goods in this dropper, and then here is our redstone machine. And there's about 11,000 hoppers, about 20 times more that of chests. God knows how much redstone. So our new server is not going to have this. We are going to have the train system, but all of our sorting is going to be manual. This took way too much time. This took, out of our 8 months here, this took at least 4 months to build. So we're not doing that again. Too much resources for it was the payout was not worth it. We also had a farm. So like I said, there's no theme. So in the middle of all these, ruins and stuff, there's an Asian pagoda. And these crops always get griefed. Whenever we bring a guest into our world, they always end up messing with our fruits and veggies. So we just leave these here as a ploy. So everything we do is underground. Level, just... That's all we have. This is where we actually crop from. So like, you have one thing of water and you get, I don't know what the measurement is, if it's 10 or 8 or whatever, but basically minimum water, minimum light, and this is where we harvest from. Over here is a larger version of that tree farm that you saw before. And we have catwalks made of fences, because anything that falls on a fence eventually falls off. Everything falls in the water, trickles down to these hoppers right here, and it gets collected. So you don't have to stand around and wait for the saplings to fall or the apples to fall or anything like that. And then last but not least, we have a basic cattle farm. Cattle, pigs, all the animals. And then we have a little disco down here set up for every piece of colored sheep wool that you can have. And last but not least is we worked on this project, and it's not a broken chunk, it's really this big. We were going to do another mob spawner, but we never got around to it. So we made this 90 by 90 hole. And we were going to do an upside down mob spawner, kind of like I showed you guys earlier, 0% redstone. But by the time we didn't use TNT till the very end, we did all this via pickaxe, and everybody wanted to quit Minecraft or just like end their lives because it was such a mundane task. They decided to all pretty much quit, and I got tired of Minecraft too. So we went ahead and abandoned this server around September, October of 2015, and it was only when TU31 came out that we decided to start another one. So I'll go ahead and show you that one next. So this is Dorkenshire, and this is the current world we're working on. Once again, it is set to survival. It's never been set to creative, so you can get your achievements as you're working in the world. The theme is Viking. The theme is Skyrim, Dark Ages, Nordic. Hence the big Viking hat. So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to build that headquarters that you saw before. We're kind of recreate that into 2 sections of this world, and I'll go ahead and show you around. So this is Eden. This is our spawn point. Everybody who comes into this world gets spawned here. Everybody who comes into this world also gets closed in. Nobody comes in with rights. So when these gates are closed, you actually can't get into the world. This little hut here is going to hold all the rules and information for visitors when we open this world up to visitors. And so yeah, this is Dorkenshire. Viking. We have some spires that have been built, some watchtower spires, one of which has fallen over, and we're going to use that as a bridge to get where we need to go. I'll go ahead and walk here. So this is the bridge to get to the spire, or the broken spire. And we have a Viking holding up the mountain over there. Now, like I was saying, we have 2 different parts of this world right now. We have the citadel and we have the wards. So the wards are down here, and they're a dwarven. It's going to be a dwarven style build. A lot of brick, a little bit of wood. Think Lord of the Rings. Anything that you've ever experienced as like dwarves, Skyrim dwarves, same thing. That's downstairs. Over here is going to be our citadel, and it's a lagoon that we're going to have Viking and Nordic buildings and large keeps, maybe a little bit of castle stuff around the lagoon. And this is all kind of human style buildings as opposed to dwarven style buildings that are going to be down here. So we'll go down here. The wards are going to be kind of split up into a few different areas. The middle is going to be rolling hills with probably mushroom trees, just like the large mushrooms that Minecraft provides with bone meal. Over here is going to be a very stone-like village, maybe a few large buildings. In the back is our exposed underground farm. And then over to the right is going to be a very large castle. So this right here was all done with pickaxe and TNT. We've only been in this world since about late March, early April of 2016. So we've been in here for about 2 months. This was definitely an undertaking, but we got it done. So that red scaffolding that you saw is actually directly under this water. And what I mean by directly under this water, I mean directly under this water. So a good portion of the lagoon, this lagoon falls into the ward. And we actually just had this in previous videos. You can actually see this wide open before we put all the water back. This is the Charlie base. Everybody will call it Charlie, or everybody calls it Charlie. We do the Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta kind of thing, just to keep things organized. Inside of here, we have all of our storage. These are our Pez dispensers. When you become a member of our world, you're set to half rights and you can't open any chests. So you can throw this lever and gain your iron pickaxe. I don't even know where to put that back. So yeah, so as a visitor or as a recruit, all you have to do is come over here and grab all the supplies you need to do all the work. We have compared to the last storage, this is very rudimentary, but this is what we have so far. When you have items that need to get dropped off and you don't have access to a chest, all you have to do is throw these items in there, and then they get thrown into the sorting chests to get sorted. So before you leave each day, all you have to do is run up here and throw all your items in the chest. Don't throw your tools, don't throw your food, don't throw your torches. Just throw your dirt, your cobblestone, and anything you've collected into the sorting chests to be sorted. We have a sorting team here that does all that. So instead of that bazaar that you saw with all those villagers, we actually let them run free here on this world. And this is their village we've built them. This is where you come to do all your purchasing and all your trading. Up here is going to be the future home of our blacksmith, and then our sorting team is probably going to be on top of this mountain, and our tree farm is over here. And yes, this is 4 times as large as our other tree farm. Every time we do a tree farm, we always do it double. So it works just like before, hits the water, everything goes down, 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 down into a sorting bin. This tree farm holds 144 trees. This is our lab, our wizard tower, like I was telling you guys about. This is our farm, and this is our livestock barn. And eventually Charlie is going to go away, so the lagoon is just wide open. So it's going to look a lot better. So this is our world. This is Dorkenshire. To talk quickly about, so let's talk taxes real quick. We don't have an economy. We don't do the economy thing here. We work off of a socialist society markup where everybody has a job and they can benefit from everybody else's job. You have taxes, and the taxes are 50% of diamonds. So if you're mining and you pull up 10 diamonds, you have to put 5 of those diamonds on the king. King collects the taxes. So you pull 15, you pull 20 diamonds up, half of those go into the king possession. Now, what do we do with those diamonds? Those diamonds go back to the community. So when you come to me and say, hey, I don't have any diamonds yet. I'm brand new to the server. I don't have any diamonds yet, but I have 35 levels and I would like a diamond pickaxe to enchant. We give you that diamond pickaxe for free. When I ask you guys to do a specific task, I'm not going to ask you guys to use your own tools, especially if you have them enchanted or something. So I'm going to go ahead and give you whatever you need to do that task with the taxed diamonds. So that's pretty much how that works. All emeralds go to you. You keep all emeralds you find in the ground. If you're sitting here going like, well, I don't like mining, what do I do? Well, that's what the village is there for. That village gives out emeralds for other items. So let's just say 20 pieces of rotten flesh gets you an emerald. That's how you get the emeralds to get other things. So it all works out pretty well. Unless we don't have it at all, we're not going to say no. So that is the world in a nutshell, when you start your trials, you will have half rights, and the only thing you need to do to become a full member is just hang out with us and prove to us that you're not a squeaker, you're not crazy hyper, you're not a troll, you're just a cool laid back person. We are a co-ed server. About 25 to 35% of our members are female. We are 24/7 unless we're having technical difficulties or we're doing recruiting at a large level. The server stays open 24/7. I have a dedicated gold account and a dedicated Xbox that stays on just so everybody has access to this server whenever they want to gain access to the server. Our main communication is Facebook. You're going to need a Facebook account, and you're going to need to join our Facebook group. You can set if you're really into privacy, you can set all your privacy settings to block. You don't need to be friends with anybody on Facebook. You just need to be in that group so you can get pertinent information from everybody. And that's about it. If you have not joined yet, all you need to do is go to chorasden.net, chorasden.net. Go to Team Dorkenshire, and at the bottom you'll have a link, all the steps to actually join our server. If you've already joined and you're watching this as part of your orientation, we welcome you. Once you're done here, go to the rule book. Make sure you understand all the rules of the server. And if you agree, just go ahead and sign the rule book on the Facebook page, just that you understand and you agree with the rules, and we'll get started. I hope you enjoyed our tour, and I will see you guys on the server.